Over the last 5 years, the housing market, as all of us well know, has gone from boom to bust. The recovery is slow and halting at best. But what does that mean if you would still like to fulfill the American dream and buy a home right now? Is it time? News Channel 5's Marissa Bagg breaks down the factors when determining whether to buy or rent.
The housing market is opening doors for aspiring homeowner Harley Fischel.
This is your new home. You excited?
I'm very excited.
He's looking at closing on a new condominium, making him a first-time homeowner. Outside on his balcony, Fischel explains why he decided to buy.
Finding a home versus renting, I'm going to be paying a lot less, about $600.
It's actually cheaper for Fischel to buy than rent. At his current apartment, he shells out $1,400 a month. His new mortgage will top out at $800 a month.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
But Fischel didn't get that deal by luck. He did his homework.
I just did the math, did the research, and priced out what kind of loans are out there with the interest rates, calculated whether or not I wanted a 30 or 15.
It takes a lot of work to decide whether you should buy or rent. There's plenty to consider. You can start by answering these questions. What's your credit score? How much money do you have to put down on a house? How long are you planning to own it?
If you don't have any money in the bank and you haven't prepared yourself to get a loan, then you may have to wait and just sit tight for another year, save your money.
But real estate experts say if you have a good credit score, cash to use for a deposit, and you plan to stay in the home for 5 or more years, now may be the time. Interest rates are at rock bottom, below 4%, and home prices across South Florida have plummeted. But holding on to the property long enough to break even is key.
It is not the time to be flipping houses. You're not going to make a profit doing that today.
Damien Barr owns KangaRent, a company that links people up with rentals. He says unemployment has led people to rent for years and will continue to until the job market stabilizes.
The usual would-be buyers that would be buying now are probably thinking twice about buying and continuing to rent to see what happens in the market.
Barr says too many of his clients don't have the luxury of tying up money in a house that will take years to appreciate in value.
They're afraid to buy, they're not in a position to buy. Any money they do have, if they've got some savings, they want to hold it in case, for whatever reason, if they may lose their job.
Fischel says that's part of why he rented up until now.
It's just a lot easier to rent because you don't have that kind of commitment of a 15, 30-year loan.
You can either enclose it or put it...
Saving his money for the right time to buy is certainly paying off for Fischel. He's buying what was once a $200,000 condo for, get this, a mere $80,000.
It's worth the wait to get a good deal. Owning something and putting it into a mortgage is better than putting it into the bank, or even worse, just giving it to a landlord, and you're never going to see that money again.
In Boynton Beach, Marissa Bagg, WPTV News Channel 5.